You're tuned to Urban Soul Grooves with Terisa Griffin. Oh, Urban Soul Grooves. Hey, Urban Soul Grooves.
We're so excited to have you join us on the sofa tonight. And for all those that know about the sofa, know that it's a wonderful place, so take your shoes off. If you didn't get a fresh pedicure, it's okay. We'll call you out on the sofa and say make that appointment, but at the same time, you with family. So, moving right along, now that you know that you're with family, we hear family, dogs in the background. Listen.
Yes. And the minute someone buzzes the bell, you'll hear them go off and lose it. So we're on the sofa with the dogs, 2 Pomeranians.
Oh, that's cute. I thought you were going to say some big Rottweilers.
oh God, no. Now that ain't sexy.
All right, well, moving right along. So, to our listeners out there, some tuning in for the first time, the sofa is a unique virtual experience where we have listeners that tune in from all over the world for the great energy that we share here. We are excited to talk to you about your album, Revival of Soul, and about success, career, family, influences, and current projects. Not all in that order, but we'll get it out somehow. So once again, it's a pleasure talking to you and welcoming you home on the sofa. Now, the first thing I'd like to do is briefly introduce yourself, and then we'll play the hot track Distant Lover, only from how you sing it. I mean, there's the Marvin Gaye version, but then there's the Terisa Griffin version. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go into Distant Lover.
Well, my name is Terisa Griffin, and I am from Monroe, Louisiana. I'm a Louisiana the boot girl. So I grew up with 3 other sisters who sang. I went to college on a vocal scholarship and learned from a black male opera singer, how to take care of my voice. And then I came to Chicago and started working with the Iceman, Jerry Butler, and I've done some stuff for Oprah and was on with Diana Ross. Diana gave me the mic, and it's been a really beautiful, I've had a beautiful career. I love this music business, and so Distant Lover is just in my heart, how a woman, a woman can really feel so distant from somebody that she really, really loves, and she's lost them, and she really, she wants them to come back home. Nothing is complete without that person. He's her soul, he's her heart, and she needs him, and that's where I'm coming from with Distant Lover.
Awesome. Well, then, say no more. Let's go right into Distant Lover. This is Terisa Griffin, Distant Lover, only on Urban Soul Grooves, and we'll talk to Terisa on the other end. And by the way, let us know what you feel about it. You can go to the website urbansoulgrooves.com, go to the Contact Us section, and let us know what you think. Here's Terisa Griffin's version of Distant Lover. Let's go.
This is Terisa Griffin. I look forward to joining you on the sofa with Chevez and friends for a live in-studio artist appearance very soon. Please listen up for my version of Distant Lover. I hope you love it. You're tuned to Urban Soul Grooves.
Distant lover,
about me. Just say a prayer for me, please. Oh, please, babe, think about me sometimes. Think about me. In misery. Oh, have mercy, babe. As I reminisce for our joyful summers together, promise we made, baby, all those daily letters. All of a sudden, baby, everything seems to explode. Now I gaze out my window, baby, down that lonesome road. Just a lover, baby. How can you treat my heart so mean and cruel? Didn't you know, sugar, that every moment I spend with you, I'll treasure it like it was precious jewel. Lord, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, Lord. Come back to me, baby. Something I need to say, baby. When you love, you tell all of me with you, baby. Now, Lord, I wonder, do you hear me? Please, Lord.
Yes, so now you all can see
Please, please, please.
what I've been talking about. That's Terisa, and that's her version of Distant Lover. And so, for those that are just tuning in, we were talking about Terisa, her classiness that she brings to the industry and fuses sexiness together. So when the song, Sexy's Back, I said never left, especially when in my mind, if it's okay, Teresa, I call you TG in my mind. Is that okay?
You can call me TG anytime you want to.
All right. So with TG in my mind, I say sexy never left. So welcome back. I'm Chevez. You're tuned in to Urban Soul Grooves, music that moves the soul 24/7, 365. And I say, listen, why listen to the other man when you can listen to the brother man? Why listen to the plantation station when you can listen to Urban Soul Grooves? It belongs to you. And we welcome on the sofa tonight Terisa Griffin, the brand, the lady, the woman who has redefined what class and sexiness is in music. So we know a little bit about where you grew up. You talked about your scholarship and you were classically trained. Now, was it through college that you intersected with music? How did music intersect with you?
Oh no, my dad could sing and his mom could sing. Okay. And all of my sisters sing. So it's like some freak of nature in our throat.
Okay.
That that kind of happens. If you are a Griffin, coming from my father's bloodline, you could sing. So that's just kind of innately inside of me. But when I started to, each school, when you're growing up in school, I stayed in choir. And I always really loved it. It was such a beautiful outlet for me. And I just stuck with it. And one day I flipped a coin up on a map while I was in college and said it landed on Illinois, and I came to Chicago. And that was it.
And it's interesting you went to Chicago, because Chicago is known for not only good soul but good blues music. So you went to a powerful city to further your career. So tell us about family. Obviously, you talked about your siblings, marriage, single. Talk about family.
Oh gosh, yes, I'm married. I got married like 5 years ago. When I was leaving The Voice. That was one of those Pomeranians. When I was leaving The Voice, I was really happy that I was leaving at that time, because I only had 2 more months to finish planning my wedding. So November 24th this month, we will have been married for 5 years.
Congratulations.
And it took him a long time to propose, because this is a crazy business, and I think you kind of got to really figure, do you really want to be married to somebody in this business? And I said yes, and so we're cool. We love it.
Well, congratulations on 5 years. In today's life, compared to years ago, that's like 40 years already. So congratulations.
Okay. I know my mom was like, are you getting like the 5 to 7 year itch? I'm like, no, I this is fun. Right. Being married is fun.
Awesome. So let's talk about some of your influences. I mean, you have your voices from bluesy to jazz to real R&B. And the reason why I say real R&B is because R&B is hijacked. Soul music is hijacked. I mean, if you look at what they call R&B today, there was a girl. I get artists that send me music all the time, and they call themselves R&B, and I say it's popcorn, because R&B is soul music. We know what R&B is. So talk about your influences and if I were to get in your car right now or listen to your playlist, who would you be listening to?
Oh my goodness, I love Luther Vandross. I love him, and I love like Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald. I love her. Sarah's phrasing, you hear that. You would hear Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
You'd hear Phyllis Hyman.
Wow.
Kathleen. And you'd hear Janet Jackson.
Okay.
And Michael Jackson, you would definitely, hear some Michael. And then, at other times you might hear a little Josephine Baker. Okay. I have a really weird, I guess you would say, I like all types of music.
Okay.
I really do. So you could ride down the highway with me and anything would pop up. And my favorite is, okay, don't laugh.
I won't
My
laugh.
favorite is spa music.
Spa?
The spa music.
Okay.
When you're getting your massage,
right.
Spa music. I love
relaxing.
I love spa music.
Okay. So when you're riding on the Dan Ryan Expressway, you got a little spa music on in the car.
I do. Sometimes I really like to, because you hear music in your head all the time. I think when it comes to like musicians, you are never not creating music.
Right.
And it's always something, clicking up there in your head. Earth, Wind, and Fire. The horns from that. But all of these things are like always happening in your head as a musician. And so when I turn the spa music on, I can kind of, I can relax for a second, and I can create in a whole different way. And so I like to create to spa music as well. So I just like the peace of it all.
Well, it's okay that you talk about the spa music, and I'm going to tell you why. Because on the sofa, we have a very relaxed, intimate environment here. So when you talk about the spa, you talk about intimacy, relaxation, winding down. I often say, grab yourself a glass of wine, take your shoes off, climb up on the sofa. So I get you with the spa music. So we're gonna go into another song. I want you to tell me about "Oh Me Oh My." If I talk about one of my favorite songs that you sing, it's "Oh Me Oh My." I mean,
Really?
yes, really. And so, talk about "Oh Me Oh My." What was your drive to record that? Because to me, when you take me back. When I hear that, I'm out of it. I'm not there. So talk to me about it.
Oh Me Oh My was one of those B-sides of Aretha Franklin. And the first time, I happened to have just listened to some Nina Simone before I put on the Oh Me Oh My, because I was really trying to, because I grew up in the church, I had to catch up when I came to Chicago on different types of music, and I love Nina Simone, and so I just finished listening to her, and all of a sudden this song comes on where Aretha Franklin goes, "To make you laugh, I'd be a fool for you." And I'm like, oh my God. It's just it's something so pure about it. And so the words were profound. Oh me, oh my, I'm a fool for you. Oh me, oh my, I'm crazy, baby. Come on, let your love light shine. I mean, it's just
Word.
It's dreamy and it's beautiful and it's a testimony of just love itself, and I think that's beautiful. That's sexy. And just to hear Aretha Franklin, that first line, it was captivating, and I wanted to always open most of my shows up with that song.
Wow. Well, this is Terisa Griffin. Oh me, oh my, I'm a fool for you. Only on Urban Soul Grooves.
Make you laugh, I would be a fool for you. Although the people turn stay, I really don't care. I would give my everything to keep you, boy. It breaks my heart when you're not there. I'll stage a ballet on the tabletops, command performance, people will cry, cry. Yes, they will. And although I don't have a tune, my show ain't gon' fly. I'll find the music there in your eyes. Oh, me, oh my, I'm a fool for you. Oh, me, oh my, crazy. I'm crazy, crazy, baby. Oh, me, oh my, I'm just a fool for you, baby. Oh,
Now that's what you call classic soul and real R&B. Tonight, we're welcoming on the sofa with them Chevez and friends, the amazing Terisa Griffin. And one of the main things that I really want to say is, in talking to Terisa, we got a little clapping going on, Terisa. In talking to Terisa, she's brought, in my opinion, to the industry class and sexiness infused together to where it's not too much of one, but it's all together. It's just a complete package. So we're really enjoying you, and thank you for taking time to spend time with us on the sofa.
No, thank you. The sofa is comfortable.
So glad. What are you drinking? A glass of wine? Do you like red wine, white wine? What are you drinking?
I love a Merlot, so I have Merlot. That's what I'm drinking on the sofa.
Well, listen, pop me a glass over here. I'll enjoy a glass of Merlot with you as we continue on to the next part of the interview. So, your music, to me, fits. We were talking about, you were saying some of your best music is the spa music. When I think of your music, I think of very loungy, classic, real R&B that gets right to the heart of, the soul of things. And the reason why I say that is, I told you sometimes I have artists will send me music and they'll say it's R&B, and we're an R&B and soul platform. So we don't play pop music, and we don't play, that's okay. I'm not knocking. It's just that's not what we do here. And I think the value of even the value of the people that we are has been our music, which has sustained us. And we know this. Our music has been a sustaining factor in our lives. And so, it's almost like that's been our voice for decades. I think you would agree with that. Music has been our voices, especially as black people.
Oh, definitely. It tells our story. It tells our story when you can listen to Curtis Mayfield's music and the timing of it, and you know what was going on. People get ready. There's a train coming. And then you can look at Marvin Gaye's, what's going on? So our music has told our story for such a long time. Even when you go back to Sam Cooke, a long time coming with Change Gonna Come. Right. So it's been powerful to tell all of our story, the world story. The
world story.
When you even think of it tells a world story.
And just recently, Stephanie Mills had said she was doing a show the other day, and she was saying how if they could get people to replace us, Adele, I love Adele's music, but
I do. I'm a big fan of Adele.
But if you would
but that's not R&B.
It's not R&B, but that's
she's a soulful woman and
yes,
an amazing writer, and I love her voice and I admire her. But R&B music is still R&B music, no matter what you do. And if you take rhythm and blues out of it, when you take us out of that, you take away from you. There's no rhythm and blues. You can't separate the two.
That's right. And when I think of people such as yourself, I think of we need to have a home and keep a home for you. We really do, because it'll get lost somewhere, and then it'll get sampled somewhere, and then when you hear a Justin Timberlake, singing R&B, like you said, they may be great artists, but they're not R&B, and so we have to keep a platform. So with that, how would you describe your sound?
I mean, I am an R&B artist. I'm a black woman. Unapologetically singing soulful music with instruments, with instruments. Right. I think the beauty of what we create sometimes, that instrument does something, and it, you can hear a guitar in its purest form, and it can really move you. Eric Clapton is one of the most famous lines in the song where he's singing it for his son. If I saw you in heaven, and then you hear the guitar part in there. There's some really beautiful. I mean, you know, the top of Etta James. Something told me it was over. There's that guitar comes in right there at the top, and there are other songs that we have. Lionel Richie. You know, when you hear Hello, you can hear the first piano line, and you know some of the songs, and the first. Whitney Houston sang a country song that was written by Dolly Parton
Right.
called I Will Always Love You.
Yes.
And that song became an R&B hit and a pop hit at the same time. But that soulfulness in her voice, that pure thing that happened, and you hear the music that, you know, she sang to, and sometimes we separate the true instruments from things that are programmed, and and I think we need to get back to appreciating true instruments as well.
Yes. Very true. And so I'm very careful to compare people, and the reason why I think it's human nature in some aspects, but I'm very careful to do it because I think two people, though may sound similar at times, are very unique in how they do what they do. If you were, though, to say a similarity and who you would, you know, maybe assimilate your style similar to, who would you say is very similar on today's, you know, scene today?
Well, I like Selena Johnson.
Okay.
I like some of the things that that are happening there. I'm still an Adele fan. I do like the fact that there are instruments. There are some country artists out there that I love as well because they're using live instruments. But there are beautiful artists like Layla Hathaway that
Right,
I love Layla's Grammy Award-winning project. It just that was just so beautiful, and she has one of those voices that you can recognize 100 miles away. And I like Layla James.
Love her.
Yeah, I really, really like Layla James. So I still like an Oleta Adams. I tell anybody, if you want to go to a great concert with and someone who's doing like R&B and jazz at the same time, Oleta Adams is a concert to go to, and she's a pianist, so I just really love her.
Now, if I've heard before, haven't you worked with Layla Hathaway before?
I opened a concert in Birmingham not too long ago.
Okay.
So we've shared the same, ticket. And I've worked with Will Downing, and so I've had a really blessed career,
Good for
to say
you.
the least, as far as and I've shared some really great tickets with some great people.
Wow. So now we'd like to play Purple Like the Moon.
Oh, really? Oh my God, I love this song.
I love Purple Like the Moon. It's my second favorite song from you. So tell us about Purple Like the Moon, and then I'd love for you to sing us into Purple Like the Moon.
Okay, so I needed to write a song. On every CD, I have to put a song on there that really depicts nobody really bothering you. You thinking the most of yourself. And Purple Like the Moon is that song. It's like even the first line of the song. Nothing's going to bother me today. Nothing's even gonna get in my way. Can't control the rotation of the sky. So I decided to let trouble pass me by. I'll think about strawberries, what a high. It's a fun song that I just kind of laid down in the bed and wrote.
Very interesting. Well, here's Purple Like the Rain, and we have Terisa Griffin. She's on the sofa with them, Chevez and friends. We will continue more on the other side. This is Purple Like the Rain.
Like the moon.
Excuse me. Purple like the. Wait. Let me.
Purple like the moon.
You know, I have to tell you, you made the atmosphere with the Marlowe so wonderful that I got caught up on Purple Rain. Excuse me. Purple Like the Moon. Terisa Griffin. Let's go. We'll talk on the other end.
I'll think about anything else that's happening. Nothing's gonna get in my way. Not today. Nothing's going to bother me today. Nothing's even gonna get in my way. I can't control the rotation of the sky, so I decided to let trouble pass me by. I'll think about strawberries, what a high, lemon bubbles in the sky, on the beach with blue waves, cool breeze on a summer's day, eating cherries from the vine, watching stars realign, mango slices taste so sweet, springtime, never winter, what a dream, Sunday's purple like the moon, and the sun drips down orange every day. Sunday's purple like the moon, but everything will be okay. Monday is right around the way. Cloud 368 in June. Winter time and I lost my love. Really didn't see us breaking up. Life's too short to drink cheap champagne, so I decided to buy me a better brand to taste with my strawberries, what a high, lemon bubbles in the sky, on the beach with blue waves, cool breeze on a summer's day, eating cherries from the vine, watching stars realign, mango slices taste so sweet, springtime never winter, what a dream, Sunday's purple like the moon, and the sun drips down orange every day, yeah. Sunday's purple like the moon, but everything will be okay. Monday is right around the way. Cloud 360 fades in June. Purple like the moon, hey, and the sun drips down orange every day. Oh, ooh, Sunday's purple like the moon. See, but everything will be okay. Monday is right around the way. Cloud 360 fades in June. Say it again. Ooh. Sunday's purple like the moon, and the sun drips down orange every day. Hey, Sunday's purple like the moon, but everything will be okay. Monday's right around the way.
Soul Grooves.
We are back with Terisa Griffin. And that song, Purple Like the Moon, to me, it's so classic. Especially, I love the part when you go, Monday's round the way. I can't sing, so, obviously. But
I know which part you're talking about.
I love that part. That's towards the end, like the last 3/4 of the song. I love that part of the song. So, Terisa, well, I'm M. Chevez, and you're tuned in to Urban Soul Grooves. We are music that moves the soul 24/7, 365. Why listen to the other man when you can listen to the brother man? I'm M. Chevez, and tonight we have the amazing Terisa Griffin live on the sofa with M. Chevez and you. So we welcome her gladly once again. And so, Terisa.
Yes.
Now, let's see. So we've talked about your family. We talked about some of your influences. Let's talk about career. So what's on the horizon for you? Where do you see your career taking you?
Wow. Well, hopefully in about a year and a half, I'll be shooting my first film.
Okay.
that I've been working on. So I'll be shooting the script for the film that I've been, writing for a little while, and I'm excited about that. And of course, I'm really excited about the fact that radio stations are supporting my version of Distant Lover. So we're obviously trying to make sure that we get that Grammy. Every artist wants a Grammy, and whatever God has for me, I'm open and I'm ready for it.
Good for you. So let's talk about collaborations. What's on the future as far as any collaborations, or who would you like to collab with on an album?
Oh wow. Who would I like to collaborate with on an album? Well, I guess at this point, I'd like to do something with about 3 other female artists. I'd like to do maybe a Layla, the 2 Laylas and myself. I'd like to do that. That'd be kind of cute. I'd really like to do a gospel album with my sisters. My father would probably be just ecstatic if we did that. He'd be looking down from heaven happy. And right now, because of musically where I'm headed, I'd love to do something. I mean, this would be a dream to do something with John Legend, but I really love him musically.
Yes.
So that would be, great. And Andre 3000.
Okay, that's exotic. Very exotic. What about a Kenny Lattimore? I could actually see you with a Kenny Lattimore too.
Oh my God, Kenny and I sang at one of Columbia Records exec wedding. We first met, Kenny Lattimore and I met years ago when I first came to Chicago. And so that would be, that would be interesting. It's a very beautiful voice. I would like to, kind of look at something with Anthony Hamilton. I think that would be a good mixture because of, his voice. Just 2 of us, just real country, soulful, just rock gut for real though, R&B, take you back. That would be kind of cool. Right.
And I could also see you with, just lost my train of thought, female singer, Avery Sunshine.
Avery Sunshine. Oh my God, that would be so cool.
I could see you guys doing a live version of something and just ripping it up. And I could see it being like spontaneous right off the top of your heads. And I can see you guys flowing back and back.
I think she's just amazing. I think she's just totally cool. So yeah, that would be man, that would be great. Ooh, if I could do something with Avery Sunshine and Jill Scott, now that would be hot. But
That would be hot. You know, we're gonna
That would
work
be a
on
dream
that.
ticket. That'd be just a dream, okay?
Yes.
Let's make that happen.
And if you do get the Jill Scott and the Avery Sunshine, the threesome going, please come back to Urban Soul Grooves and talk about it.
Most definitely. You know I would.
So we're gonna play Tonight Is the Night. Talk to us about Tonight Is the Night.
Tonight Is the Night is my driving song, and at the same time, I like to kind of, you could really, dance to Tonight Is the Night. That's my sexy dance song. Let me put it that way.
Okay. All right.
Let me put it like that.
All
But
right.
I really when I wrote it, I immediately fell in love with the song, and that's kind of strange for me. But I
Right.
fell in love with Tonight Is the Night, and I love performing it as well. I really love performing it.
Got you. Well, this is Terisa Griffin. Tonight Is the Night. We'll talk on the other end. Thank you for tuning in. I'm M. Chevez, and you're tuning to Urban Soul Grooves.
The time has come to tell me what you want. The time has come, babe. All the way you down. I can't love you, but I can't have you. I can't breathe when you are gone. What's the use in pretending that it ain't me that you want? You love me. I need to know. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, baby. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, baby. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, let me know. It's undeniable how you feel. What's the use in lying, baby? We know it's so free. I can't love you, I can't have you. I can't breathe when you are gone. What's the use in pretending that it ain't me that you want? If you love me, let me know. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, baby. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, baby. 'Cause tonight is the night, is the night. Oh, let me know. Oh, baby, let me know. Let me know, babe.
You're tuned in to Urban Soul Grooves. This is M. Chevez, and you're on the sofa with M. Chevez and friends. And tonight we are welcoming Terisa Griffin, and that was Tonight Is the Night. And you know, I don't care what song that I'm listening to from you, Terisa. Every song is amazing. I mean, really, it is.
Wow, thank you so much.
And I say that with
So
ease.
sweet, M. Chevez.
And it's easy to say that because it's true. You hear some artists, and you know how you hear that one song on the radio that you really like, and then when you get the album, it's garbage. You know, but when I listen to you, well, let me rephrase that. It's different. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. So for me, I may not be so impressed by because I'm impressed by vocals. I'm really impressed by people that can sing live. I'm impressed by the artistry of singing. And so we've heard you just come off the cuffs and just blurt something out, and it sounds good. So, that makes you a real performer. You're a real performer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much.
No problem. So, obviously, you were on The Voice, and that was about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very curious about artists that have performed on The Voice. Have you accredited that to anything besides maybe a learning experience? What has The Voice done anything as far as career-wise for you, or it was just something that was a stepping stone and you kept moving?
It was just really one of those things about getting more fans.
Okay.
Because, you think about it this way. It's a commercial that over 5 million people see.
Right.
For more than 1 week.
Gotcha.
For the length of being there. So even after the first, time that they hear you, in over more than 5 million homes, that gives you a huge access to people.
Gotcha.
And whenever you're doing any of this stuff, even when you see the artists doing Dancing with the Stars, they are collecting more fans.
Right.
That is the nature of the business. So it's just another way to collect more fans.
So in speaking about the business, you've been at this for a long time now. So
I love it. I've been living off of nothing but music for 25 years.
So then, for someone that's been seasoned in this industry for a long time now, how would you say, what has been a turning point in the maturity of your current sound? Like, how have you evaluated your own evolution to the process you are today?
I found my sound. I think if any artist listens to their voice, they find their own sound. And I was pretty comfortable with knowing that I'm not a Beyonce. I am, a soul artist.
Yes.
And there was no denial there. And then I realized that there's a business part of it, and I needed to invest in my business.
Right.
That's sexy to
There you
invest
go.
in your business. No matter how you look at it, a record deal is a loan.
Yes.
And
Interesting.
you can take it out with a major conglomerate, or you can take it out at the bank. And then it's knowing what to do with the money that you have, where to allocate it. And you do the best with the dollars that you have. But the joy that I get doing the type of music that I want to do is unspeakable.
Gotcha.
And so I get to dictate, how many instruments is on this song, and I get to artistically, produce my product, and pray that someone will love it. But at first, I've got to be happy with it, and then I think other people, they fall in there. So when it first came out, radio thought it was a plague. I mean, it was a song. It was just me singing with a piano for for a couple of tunes, and they were like, "Really?" And now you hear that that's such a popular thing to do, to just hear an artist with a piano. And now it's pop music, but in all actuality, it's soul music.
There you
And
go.
so this is my voice, and unapologetically, I will keep making money doing the type of music that I love.
You're such a joy to interview. You're just a natural.
Thank you. And you were so, comfortable to sit with and have a conversation with on the sofa.
With a glass of Merlot.
With a glass of Merlot.
So, we're wrapping this up. I mean, I could talk to you all night, but obviously you have a life. So, and you have 2 Pomeranians missing their mommy.
And 2 Pomeranians starving. They just starving.
So, if there's people out there that are interested in the music industry and have a strong desire, talk to them about the hours, the dedication, the commitment. It's not a part-time job. It's a full-time life. Talk to them about that.
I could just tell you this. If you get up in the morning and you think about music, and throughout the day you're yearning to do music, and at night when you go to bed you can't rest because you have music in your soul, then you should be doing your music. And you've got to do everything you can possibly to own as much of it as possible. But you got to invest in yourself, and you got to stick to your guns. And I just live by, what good is it a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
All right.
That you don't want to do. And that's the best advice I can give you.
Wow, appreciate that. Wanted to ask you about success. What does success in your career look like for you? Have you arrived, or are you still defining that moment that you'll know when you arrive? So what does success look like for Terisa Griffin?
I don't think any artist is ever like, I'm successful. They just keep doing it. It's not in terms of success. It's really, one of those things that you're pretty helpless with. And I'm a workaholic, so if I could perform 4 nights a week, every week for the rest of my life, on stage, making other people happy and spreading my music around the world, that would be my dream. More and more fans.
You go, Terisa. So good. So we're gonna wrap this up. It was a pleasure speaking with you. You made the interview such an amazing experience. It's almost as amazing as you sing your songs or how you perform. A friend of mine in Chicago actually turned me on to you some years back, and it's one of the best things that he's ever did, because we're not close friends any longer. But the one thing that he did was connected me to you, and it's been...
Well, thank you, whoever that was.
So I want to play Talking About Love, and I would like for you, how important is the title of this song at a time where in the world that so much is going on and so much unhappiness is going on? Tell us a little bit about Talking About Love, and then if you could sing us into Talking About Love, and we will gladly push your album, Revival of the Soul, here at Urban Soul Grooves, because we totally enjoy Terisa Griffin.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Urban Soul Grooves, and thank you, M. Chavez. Talk About Love is just the beauty of finding and exploring love with someone, and you can't really explain it. You just love them, and they're beautiful and they're wonderful, and what they show you is probably butterflies on a sunny summer's day that's perfect temperature of maybe 81 and it feels like that every day, because that's what they bring to your life. Talking about love.
Sing us your opening lyric, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so the opening lyric. I can't explain how I feel about you. The mystery of the true essence of you. I'm captured, entangled, compelled. It's your embrace that I love. There you go.
You're tuned in to Urban Soul Grooves. Thank you, Terisa. It's been a pleasure. And we will keep us posted. Let us know how your career is doing.
I will, and I can't wait to put this on my website. Yes, I love this. On the sofa.
All right, sister. We appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by.
Take care, Chevez.
The true essence of you. I'm captured, entangled, compelled. It's your embrace that I love. I love. See, I'm counting the seconds, the minutes that you are away. You still the enchantment when I look at your face. My desire is only to please you every day. See, I love you're so beautiful, marvelous. Talking about love. You're so beautiful, marvelous. I'm talking about love, talking about your love.
You're too